let's go back to this real old-fashioned idea, this very dangerous idea. Let's obey the Constitution. And too often, those who preach limited government and small government, they forget that invasion of your privacy is big government, and we have to emphasize protecting your personal rights and your economic rights are what the government's supposed to do. They're not supposed to run our lives or spend our money. And also, along those lines, what we have introduced with so much enthusiasm, I hear it so often from so many volunteers. The other day, somebody came up to me, and he was refreshing my memory because he knew I knew the statement because I've said it. Back in the old days, in the early 70s, Nixon said, we're all Keynesians now, which meant that even the Republicans, they accepted liberal economics. He says, I'm waiting for the day when we can say we're all Austrians now. But the biggest change, I think, in intellectual and political changes that we have brought about is the emphasis on a very important matter, making sure we get to the bottom of the ultimate bailouters, and that is our Federal Reserve System. We need reforms there, and we need a new monetary system, and obey the Constitution. This is something that we've made great progress. So the first and initial important step that we've worked so hard, and it's on the table. Today there was a national poll came out, and they were talking about how many people supported the gold standard. How long has it been since they've taken a national poll on the gold standard? And guess what? The majority of the American people believe we should have a gold standard, not a paper standard. But also the great strides that we have made has been really on the foreign policy. The fact that we can once again talk in a Republican circles and make it credible, talking about what Eisenhower said, to beware of the military-industrial complex. Talk about the old days when Robert Taft, Mr. Republican, said that we shouldn't be engaged in these entangling alliances. He believed what the founders taught us. He didn't even want to be in NATO. We certainly don't need NATO and the UN to tell us when to go to war. But we have seen a great difference. The majority of the American people are behind us on this whole war effort. They're tired of the war, costs too much money, too many people get killed, too many people get injured, too many people get sick. And the majority, maybe 70 or 80% of the American people now are saying it's time to get out of Afghanistan. So those are the issues. Those are the issues that we have brought front and center. They're out there. They're not going to go away. And we have tremendous opportunity to continue this momentum. It won't be long that there's going to be an election up in New Hampshire. And believe me, this momentum is going to continue. And this movement is going to continue. And we are going to keep scoring, just as we have tonight. So tonight we have come out of an election and we're essentially three winners, three top vote getters, and we will go on. We will raise the money. I have no doubt about the volunteers. They're going to be there. A lot of you have said, and you thank me and you compliment me and thank me for helping you along. But let me tell you, you helped me along. You helped my family along. All our work, our supporters, because without your enthusiasm, we can't do it. And this is where I feel most obligated. You know, we want to do the job, present the case, and if anything isn't perfect, I worry not about myself. I worry about you and making sure that you're satisfied. I think there's nothing to be ashamed of, everything to be satisfied, and be ready and raring to move on to the next stop, which is New Hampshire.